The natural capital model is really based off the premise of finding important tracts of wilderness, tracts of nature, and preparing them and making sure they are actually investable. So by that we mean, can you secure them? I mean, long-term security of tenure is ultimately what builds in sustainability. So we need to go out and identify those areas and then make sure that they can be secured, whether that's through purchase and freehold or title, or whether it's through a long-term lease agreement with governments or communities. But all of that groundwork and legwork needs to be done before we actually interface and engage with the investors. And at that stage, it's about being as tailored and bespoke as possible. It's really understanding an investor's criteria and then trying to match them with the optimal opportunities that meet those criteria. And at that point, once they've embraced a project and they recognize this is exactly what we were looking for, I think then Natural Capital's real unique selling point at that stage is to help ensure that those areas are then secured. We project manage, we facilitate, we walk that journey with the investor until the area is actually secured, and it's secured under an entity in the country where the project exists, over which the investor has complete control, and Natural Capital at that point becomes much more strategic. There's always the option that we take on long-term management oversight, and we certainly offer that service, but we don't have to. We can just stay involved at a board level and good governance and making sure the project's on track. But I think what's important is that Natural Capital isn't building up a portfolio of super expensive projects over time that you then worry about how you're going to fund them. Because the investor has direct ownership over the project, they then are responsible for funding it. So you're not thinking every year as your portfolio grows, how am I going to raise this money? How am I going to ensure there's enough, budget coming in? These are really standalone project entities that are funded through multiple revenue streams, and investors have absolute long-term ownership over it. And I think that's what builds in real sustainability into the model.